Hello Satnam, it's me Shakti Sundari back with you today for the next reading from the Radiance Sutras. I have found a little place that's quiet and also sheltered to read to you this afternoon because it's raining at the moment. As you can see, I'm quite covered up and dressed up in layers because it's quite cold and it's rainy and drizzly, and I'm actually sitting under a beautiful tree. I think it might be a yew tree, but I'm not very good at trees. I'm sitting under this beautiful tree which is giving me protection, surrounded by the woods. So the woods are to the front of me, and behind me is the swimming pool of the place where I'm staying, Brian Moore Academy, but of course it's empty because it's kind of cold and rainy. So happy to be back with you today to be reading another sutra from these amazing verses. I'm just going to share a little bit about how I am today and what's going on. What I'm really loving about being here in this place and in this space, which is dedicated to, I'm at the One World Festival in Somerset. It's dedicated to macrobiotic food and holistic well-being, and there are tons of amazing workshops being offered every day throughout the day, and I'm offering a workshop every day as well. It's just beautiful to be in a space where my meals are being cooked for me. I don't have to do any washing up or shopping, so that kind of gives me the space to just be and to flow. And I love being in my flow, and even though there's this structure for every day, we have a timetable of yoga at 7 and breakfast at 7:45 and workshops in the morning and workshops in the afternoon. What I'm just loving is being totally in my element and totally in my flow, so that I just go where I want to go when I feel like going. And so today I've taught a beautiful workshop on the Twin Flame Code, which was very powerful and very heart-centered and really connecting and touching. And then I ended up just kind of flowing into a conversation with somebody, which meant I missed the workshop that I thought I was going to go to, but actually then something else beautiful came out of that. So, we can have plans, but actually if we stay present in the moment, there might be something else that needs to happen that is going to give us a greater gift than the plan that we had in our minds. And this afternoon I've been doing some art with my children, and there was something else also beautiful about being in a room where there were probably about 12 or 15 of us all working at different stations on tables, and each of us was doing our own thing, just completely immersed in our own creative expression. We weren't really talking that much at all. It was quite very peaceful, very harmonious energy in the space, and yet there was something very beautiful about creating together as a group, even though we were all doing it individually somehow. And I just said to my children, why don't we do this? Why don't we do this at home? It's just such a beautiful activity to engage in, and we all created beautiful things as a result. My plan for what was to happen after that also got scuppered, but I'm just going with the flow of that, and everything is perfect. And now I'm getting to speak to you, and the internet's actually working, so that's also brilliant. So we're on to Yukti verse 67 already. Hang on, I've got to put my glasses on now to read it. So, hi Grace, hi Andre. We're on Yukti verse 67, and here is the Sanskrit. Abindum avisargam cha akaram japata mahan. Udeti Devi Sahasa Jnana Auga Parama Ishvara. Let me read it again. Abindum avisargam cha akaram japata mahan. Udeti Devi Sahasa Jnana Auga Parama Ishvara. Hi Julie. Oh, I just got a hair in my eye. I just got a hair in my eye. Oh God. Right. Here, this one is a surprise. I tell you, you're not going to expect this one. This is what I love, right? Get ready for it. Shining one whose body flows with power, when you are astonished, startled or afraid, and gasp a shocked inhalation. Right there, sense the vibration of that gasp on your palate. The shimmer of that sound in the mouth evokes a flood of knowing, a gush of the divine. Woo! That is a surprise, isn't it? We've gone from light to dark, to chakras, to sound, to breath, to in, to out, to darkness. And today, this meditation, this practice is literally about... We can't really fake that moment, can we? When so basically, when you are astonished, startled, or afraid. So we can't plan for that. It's just going to happen at some point. And when we gasp in a shocked inhalation, right there, sense the vibration of that gasp on your palate. So it's kind of like priming us for the next time something happens where we're shocked, astonished, frightened, surprised, and we gasp out loud, naturally, involuntarily, to be aware and alert to that moment and savor that moment as an opportunity to experience something else. It changes the whole nature of surprise and fear. And I'm trying to do it, but of course I can't really fake it, but I can do the sound. And it makes me want to rest there and savor it a little bit longer, actually, to experience exactly that, the vibration of the gasp on your palate. And actually, if we take our attention to that one thing, the vibration of the gasp on the palate, we would be forgetting everything else, all the ideas and associations that we have about that thing that has astonished us or that has frightened us. You know, maybe if we see a mouse or a spider, or somebody taps us on the shoulder, or something bad happens, you know, we would forget that because we will be so focused on the sensation of the vibration in the palate. Isn't that a great way to become present and to get out of the mind, which will be telling us a story, which would potentially accentuate all kinds of other emotions and feelings that may not be necessary. Also, how beautiful to be addressed once again as the Shining One. It reminds us, it elevates us to be addressed that way. Shining One, yes, you, Shining One, and me too, Shining One, whose body flows with power. Remind yourself, I remind myself of that my body is flowing with power. Those words have the power to evoke that memory and that awakening of the knowing of the flow of life through my own being. Shining One whose body flows with power. It puts us in the position of being empowered, not disempowered by that which might astonish or startle us. It's okay, I've just got some little kids walking by. Hi guys. So, sense the vibration of the gasp on your palate. The shimmer of that sound in the mouth evokes a flood of knowing, a gush of the divine. We can't really do this as a practice until it happens. So it's great to have that awareness of this meditation for when it does. I love it. And it's just really perked me up just to read it and to also see that you're there. So hello everyone. And I've got black ink on my fingers from doing artwork today. That's it for today. Thank you for being with me, guys. Really lovely to know that you're there, and sending you love from Somerset. Hope that we're all going to get some sunshine very soon. Lots of love and Sat Nam.